folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Tight right. Hey, four down.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Choose the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Here's a give to Gibson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Got his target, Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Four down.
6 guys. 60 Eagle.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Thomas has got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Mike, 54 is down, he's coming.
You don't want nothing. Go get it. Pick up the ball.
Here's Watson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 55. Jim.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson flushed out right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Strong right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And we'll see if... And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go.
Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just out.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Rashawn Gary showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Watch left. He's tight right there.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Sanders a 1st down, still going. And finally taken down at the 15.
44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
From the red zone now, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Once again with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back him up 5. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Double tight. 3 down.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And